My name is Harold Vargas. My family moved into the area within the 1800s. They settled there from New Mexico. They came in. They were looking for pastures for their livestock, their sheep. They were mostly sheep people. They had a few milk cows, a few cattle, and stuff like that. And my family's been jack of all trades and has done quite a bit of different kinds of work because this was a poor community in a poor county. Actually, everybody had to teach each other how to raise wheat, grains, and this and that. They kind of worked with each other to share. Some people had milk cows. Some people had chickens. They barter with each other. My family, my father, when he came in from Mexico, he settled in and he did all kinds of different work. Well, when the oil company came into town, it was in the 50s. They started leasing properties. I was working cowboying and that, and actually I was working at the Sheep Mountain Ranch. When they were putting pads up there and everything like that, drilling for oil. My wife worked for local number 9 also. She was a swamper for a grader operator. Actually, this thing started bringing money in. A lot of people were making burritos, selling pop and everything to go out to the field to all these people because there was hundreds of people putting this pipeline out. But there was like 3 or 4 rigs that were there. But when this blowout happened, it came up and it came through the side of the earth. Oh, they had to have I don't know how many hundreds of Halliburton pumper trucks up there. They tried everything, pumping everything from manure to chips or anything, cow shit, anything that to try to plug it up. Atlantic Richfield evacuated people because this CO2 ain't a poison gas, but it suffocates. It takes the air out of everything. But this farmer that came in there, the Aguirre, Hubert Aguirre, he had a bunch of sheep. He rented the Copper Bull Ranch, and so he lost some sheep. So Atlantic Ridge, the oil company was real good. They settled with them and settled with whoever and whatever, and they make sure that everything is situated with the environment and everything. I helped build some of them paths because like I said, I'm a jack of all trades. I went and worked for Puffenhausers, which Puffenhausers would haul water for I don't know how many years he did with different water trucks, and actually he lost a few people that died in accidents and stuff like that on that Sheep Mountain. I learned a lot about equipment through him and I learned equipment from Tony Pondo by plowing with Caterpillars, and I got on Caterpillars and heavy equipment since I was 10, 11 years old. So a lot of my education is basically not in books. I didn't really learn how to read or anything till I was about 14 years old. And that's when the hippies came in. It's when I learned how to read. Because they rented a place from Ted Gomez across the river from me there in Gardner. And I'd go over there just to hang out and see what was going on because they were colorful people. And a lot of it was, they had a lot of nice looking young ladies and everything. And I was a single young man, 14, 15 years old. I could drive. I didn't even have a driver's license. I was 14, 15 years old. Well, the commune itself was, I taught more than I think they taught me. And my father taught them how to raise groceries. There was all kinds of things happening back then. And there wasn't no money, and Atlantic Richfield made roughnecks. I introduced the roughnecking to a lot of my friends that were hippies. And a lot of people retired from that. And then when I built the rodeo arena, I bring in a show. I bring in different contractors. L.D. Ward was when I was about 14, 15 years old. And I learned about cutting horses and roping and breaking barriers. And I made a lot of barrel racers. And it was fun when I was growing up. And then after that, I came back and hung out with hippies and lived at the little ranch and everything. And plus broke horses and everything like that. People take me horses to break. I helped build an arena, me and Don Craven. Don Craven was Oh, hell of a roper. Professional ropers. We'd have ropers 2, 3 times a week. What would I miss most? My growing up years here. What I grew up and what I learned here. And who my friends are. I made a lot of friends. My son, he's in the oil field business. He's a pipeline welder. He goes all over the country, all over the United States, but yet this is home for him. And it's home for my brothers and sisters. My mom and dad are buried here. My grandparents are buried here.